Good morning or evening, friend.
What's up, my inspiration? This is James Alexander, and I came across this untold story shared by stand-up comedian Kenny DeForest. He talks about Dave Chappelle and an impromptu comedy set in Brooklyn, New York, January 19th, 2015. Now, during this set, the audience participants are giving Dave Chappelle different headlines to riff on. And apparently Dave Chappelle has a joke for every headline that's thrown his way. Now, one of the audience members screams out police brutality. And Dave Chappelle began to speak about the Eric Garner incident in 2014, where we witnessed firsthand the loss of a life as he was put in a deadly chokehold by a New York City policeman. Dave Chappelle talked about how he feared for his children and how he thought body cameras would help, but stated that what good is video evidence if no one cares? At this moment, an insensitive white female screams out, "Life is hard, sorry about it." Dave Chappelle then turns in her direction and asks, "What did you say?" And she said, "Life is hard, sorry about it." Now this is where the set takes that impactful turn, because Dave Chappelle then educates the audience on the history of blacks and police. He talks about everything from slave patrols to Black Wall Street in 1921. He talks about the Emmett Till incident. He talks about the Watts riots in 1965. He talks about the Rodney King incident in 1991 and discusses Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and John Crawford III. He then shares his own personal encounter with Ohio police, the place that he's from, and the police officer later tied to the incident with John Crawford III. He then brings it to a close by sharing a story or a conversation that he had with one of his best friends who was South African. And he asked him what life was like prior to the ending of apartheid. And his friend stated that it was a lot of chaos and a lot of violence. But there was a critical mass of people who cared. And with that movement and momentum, apartheid ended. So Dave Chappelle closed the set by simply saying that this is what we need, that critical mass of people who care. And with that momentum and movement, we'll create the change that we're looking for. Powerful. Now, my three takeaways are simply this: the importance of education. We need to educate ourselves about the history of America, the history of blacks in America, racism, systemic racism, discrimination, racial inequality, and racial injustice. 2, we need to operate from a place of empathy. We need to be empathetic towards others who are dealing with real life challenges and plights in this world today. And if you need some assistance, look at a video like the Brown and Blue-Eyed Experiment with Jane Elliott, or tune into Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, Emmanuel Acho, just to start. And finally, we need to speak up and correct all those who are acting in a manner that will certainly lead to the fall of humanity. And that brings me to a quote in closing: progress is impossible without change. And if we don't change our minds and our hearts, we cannot change a thing for the betterment of this world. Like this video, share this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on other social media platforms for more inspiration. This is James Alexander, your mental health and wellness coach, a.k.a. your Inspirational Wordsmith. Help humanity rise, one word at a time. And remember, words are free. It's how you use them that might be costly. Have a phenomenal day.